Hey everyone. Okay, so it is August 28th. And I just want to do a quick update. I just got back home from the Jason Mraz concert at the Pantages Theater in Hollywood. And yeah, so yesterday I dyed my hair to the auburn color that I normally dye it, because every time I dye it, lately it keeps on resisting and it's going back to like that highlighted like blonde and whatever, and I'm like, ugh. So yeah, but yeah, I'm like liking it, and when I put my makeup on, it gets like I look even more like, eesh, like you can tell. But I like my hair color being this color most definitely. So update, guys. Woo! So last week, Thursday, so exactly a week ago, HR, my boss, wanted to find out who these anonymous flowers were. And anonymous, right? What anonymous flowers? Well, on Tuesday, I got some anonymous flowers sent to me. They're dying at this moment because I took them home, and whenever I bring flowers home, they die. So the poor flowers died. Yeah. It came in a vase, which there's no more water because I just dumped out the stinky ass, like, flowers. But, anyways, so they're dead. And, anyways, I've said that like 4 times right now. They got sent to me and they had this, like, note, which kind of, like, surprised me. Here's my first reaction. So I'm like working, busy on the work computer, and I get a call from the secretary or the front desk, and she's like, "Oh, Michelle, you have something up front." And I'm like, "Okay," thinking it's mail because usually I handle all the mail. So I went up front to the front desk and tried to go and get the mail. Sorry, it's like the light's probably in the way. So I try to go and get the mail, and instead it's a box. It's a box from the FDT, like, flower company, and so I'm like, okay, I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, what is this? Like, oh, someone got flowers, and I tell her, and she's like, no, it's for you, and I'm like, for me, like, okay, so like literally, I was like pretty thinking like, what the hell's going on? So I go and I grab the box. I'm looking at it, and it does. It has my name on it, and I'm like, what the hell? So I go and I grab it and I just look at it so weird. And she's just smiling at me like, you got flowers, be happy. And I go and I take it back to the office. Now, let you know, I had a horrible morning. My boss like totally screamed at me that morning, and so I'm just like not in the best mood. But then I get these flowers, and I'm like, oh, is it the guy that I like in Seattle? Is he surprising me with flowers? Like, did we make up because we had like a huge fight, and maybe he wants to kind of like work things out? No, it's not from him. So I asked my ex-boyfriend from Seattle, Paul, and I'm like, Paul, did you send me flowers? Because, he knew that me and his best friend Rob broke up. So he knew that things were over between us. So maybe he wanted to cheer me up. No, wasn't him. Wasn't Rob, wasn't Paul, wasn't Fernando, this guy that I met the week before, like 2 weeks before. No, wasn't him either. Or, well, 3 weeks ago, I met Fernando. Oh my god, it's been so fast. So now it's 4 weeks. Okay. So, anyways, but we'll get to that. So, I open it up and then a note, and I will read what the note said. I took a photo of it. So, let's see. Okay, no, let's go. Here you are. So the note said, "Hi, comma, I don't really do this, but we've met briefly and wanted to get to know you better. Follow at smileyface23. Send me a tweet and see where this goes. Hope you have a wonderful week." Right? And so I'm like, smiley face. I'm like, okay, who the fuck is this shit playing these games? And so if you haven't seen them before, this is what the flowers look like back then. Can you see it? You see my nails too? Yeah. I'm like addicted to like French tip nails now. So, yeah. But anyways, so I was like, okay, I don't know if I should like be creeped out or thinking this is sweet. Maybe it's a guy that I do know. You know, we briefly met, and you know, I'm always busy working, so I did like the Israel Expo weeks ago, and maybe I you know, made a good impression, or maybe he was super busy, and maybe I came to his mind from another event. So I'm thinking it's someone like from the Israel Expo, like people that I've met and talked to, so they know I work at the Jewish Federation. Oops, said that. Okay. Scratch that, people. Don't even listen to where I work, because I don't want no random fucking flowers anymore, okay? Don't send them. Don't send them. And so anyways, uh, so I thought it was from that event, but then no. Turns out, so let's fast forward. Now the staff is like questioning where the flowers came from, and they're very, very nervous. Like, oh my god, he might be like some serial killer. He's like a stalker. He met you somewhere. Then he knows where you work, and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, this is not a big deal. Now, let you guys know, if you guys don't already know, I'm bipolar too. Okay? Bipolar. And so with all this stress, it's not good for me. Definitely not good for me to deal with, and I can't handle it. It's too overwhelming. Like, I get sick or whatever's, right? So, which I'm sick right now, but not too bad. So I try to like relax, and I thank the person for the flowers, and I'm like, you know, well, who are you? How did we briefly meet? And he won't tell me. He's just trying to, you know, say these fucking nice things. It's still a little creepish because he's like, I hope you had a blah 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 day, you know, da da da. So I'm like, okay, this is odd, cause I don't know, I have no idea. But so he still messages me, but at that point, like, I'm not allowed to work because my work is uncomfortable with da 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 da, like, you know. And so I ended up spending the day on Thursday with my girlfriend. Well, I worked my second job, which is my caregiving job, and after I got off from my caregiving job on Thursday last week, my HR had emailed me and said she needs to speak to me about this anonymous flowers, and so I'm like, oh my god, my boss is like wanting to talk to me now. So I figured I might as well get ready right now and try to message him. But the thing is, I don't have my Twitter. So I told my friends, like, hey, like, on Facebook, like, you know, to message them, like, hey, are you guys playing these games? Like, who the hell is this person? Like, I seriously need to know, because now work is asking me who it is, and I need to give it to them. So I'm like, fucking great. And, you know, because they're like, Michelle, this is pretty scary. It's security, whatever reason. And I'm like, I don't even know. And I'm trying to get people, like, to seriously fucking realize, like, this is fucking serious shit. And they need to just, you know, this is not a game. You don't play these fucking games. You don't send fucking random flowers to work full of psychologists and psychiatrists. Seriously. They see shit. And they think everything, any behavior you do is, like, either normal, not normal. They judge you. Not technically, but yeah, they do. They see your behavior, blah, blah, blah. So eventually, finally, I'm sitting there because I can't get a hold of my Twitter account at work, and there's no way in hell I'm gonna message the guy through my personal account, because I keep my life personal, but apparently it's not personal because he Googled me. And so we'll get to that point in very soon. Very soon. I know it's been like 8 minutes now. It's 9 minutes actually. But so eventually he finally tells all my friends that things are cool. He didn't expect this to happen. It's like, motherfucker, just fucking update your goddamn Twitter photo, and just so I know who you are. Like, you know, or just fucking tell me that you are my Uber fucking driver. Like, do something like this. He doesn't. So I have no choice but to call the florist. We'll let you be known. So, me trying to handle things my way couldn't go that way. Call the florist, and then the florist tells me, you've already called here. And I'm like, no, I haven't. I'm calling you right now. And they're like, oh, wait, your supervisor called. I'm like, fuck. Like, I didn't want them to be part of this. I didn't want them involved. But they did. They got involved, and they called. And so I was like, okay, great. Now my HR knows exactly like she called. So, called the floors. They were only allowed to give me the number. So they gave me the Uber, well, the number, and I called, and I was like, oh my god. So he finally answers, and I'm with my best friend, thankfully, and so we're listening. We're like, do you recognize him? Like, she's whispering to me on the side. I'm like, no, I don't recognize, like, talking to any, like, white guy or, this type of guy that sounds like this, because she thinks he sounds white. I'm like, oh. So, anyways, I said, can you please just get to the point? Like, stop rambling on. Like, let me know who you are. All I need to know is who you are. That's all my fucking HR wants to know. And he fucking holds it off till then. So, he's like, okay, like 3 weeks ago, do you remember me picking you up? I'm like, no. Why? No, I don't have anyone picking me up. He goes, I picked you up from Sutra. And I'm like, I had an Uber driver. And he's like, yeah, I was that Uber driver. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, so my Uber driver stalked me from my name. So guys, beware. On your Uber account, if you use your real name, he's gonna fucking stalk you. Or, well, not he, but your Uber driver can apparently stalk you and send you flowers to your work if you are like me trying to be open as I am, like as much as I tell you about my life over on YouTube video. I put my check-ins, on, Twitter, on from Foursquare, like from Swarm and check-in, and spreads off to Twitter. And so people who follow me on Twitter, which is not a lot of people, so never had to fear that, never had to be scared. Well, now I do. So sorry guys who used to follow me on Twitter. Unless you're not already a follower, you can't follow me because my tweets are protected. And thanks all to the Uber guy who freaking scared the fuck out of me. So yeah. So I get back to work. Well, Friday, but HR wasn't there, so I had to wait till Monday. And Monday, yeah. So we will see how that goes because, yeah, I'm not gonna go back there. I haven't been there for the past 3 days, and so today I got to work caregiving, and that was good. So it felt really good to be back to work. And then I dealt with the flu too, so that was pretty good to relax and not worry about work for the past 3 days. So I will have to be looking for work. I'm preferably looking for work in Seattle. Now that I have nothing holding me behind, I can go move, and I'll be far away from that guy who fucking scared me. So, a lot of my girlfriends think yes, work should not get involved. It wasn't their business to find out who your anonymous flowers are from. But then again, I kind of agree with them after finding out it was an Uber guy and it was someone I don't even know at all. Like, nothing. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, dude, it was completely out of line. It was completely like, it's based on my privacy. You cannot just do that. You cannot contact me, send me flowers. Like, I don't know you. If you had approached in a different way, like, hey, in the flowers, let's say, I'm not even sure. I mean, I'd still be freaked out, to be honest, okay? Hey, I liked you. I took you home from Sutra. Can you, I'm interested in dating you. Give me a call. Jim, leave your phone number. Then it'd be up to me if I can call you and get to know you. But when you play fucking games and you say, hey, this is, we briefly met, I'd like to get to know you, follow me at smileyface_23, and you don't have a photo on there, and you don't even tell me your fucking first name, yeah, your behavior is fucking creepy. Your behavior is also, like, childish, immature, and I don't appreciate secrets. Like, girls, we want everything honest. We don't want fucking BS bullshit crap, like secrets. So, note to everyone, I know you want to be like a hopeless romantic and you want to send flowers. Hopefully, you do know the person knows you, and you know that they'd appreciate the flowers because they actually met you and agreed to, I don't know, staying friends. Like, just the way it was sent, guys, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you agree or you disagree, but the way they were sent so anonymous, that it was scary. To the point where I apologized to my ex-boyfriend Eric, which is happy birthday, by the way, because August 28th is his birthday. Anyways, I kind of accused him and his ex-BFF, Candy, for sending me the flowers as a joke. I thought it was like a huge thing because I almost lost my job, well, technically, yeah. Like my job was on the line because we wanted to know and it was like a security issue. So, yeah, I kind of wish that didn't happen. So I accused my ex. I should wish him happy birthday, actually. It's not like he wishes me happy birthday. I don't even think he remembers my fucking birthday, to be honest. But, okay, so off my rambling. So Sunday, I was, like, stressed out. I was like, fuck, you put this motherfucker guy, this Uber driver, Jim, by the way, he fucking stressed the fuck out of me. For a girl who's got bipolar, don't stress me the fuck off. Like, so, stress me, told him, I'm like, honestly, I think it's scary that you found me, that you Googled me, and, how did you find me? And he just told me, he's like, he Googled me, Googled my fucking name, found my Twitter account, saw that I checked in, and decided, to send me the goddamn flowers. Scary. So, yeah. So talked to HR and apparently we had some security problems right before the flowers came. So perfect timing, dumbass. You just made yourself lose a chance at getting to know somebody because you turned out fucking creepish. So he didn't think it was creepish. He thought it was harmless, but you don't send flowers to a person who does not know you. And if you really wanted to attempt some kind of friendship, whatever it was, fuck. Just be open. Fucking be open. Don't be hiding shit. Fine, if you're shy, you're shy, but I'm sorry. The way you approach things was all wrong. And there's no backfire to begin with. You just fucked up, generally. And, at first I was cool. Oh, I don't want to get him in trouble and I don't want to, everything is cool. And I was more scared of my job. But, the thing is, here I am almost losing my job. And I'm afraid that if I complain and tell, not complain, but report his ass to Uber, that he would lose his job. But it's motherfucker, I'm almost losing my job. All because of his fucking bullshit of drama sending me flowers. So, should a guy send me flowers next time? Here's a better choice. Don't send me flowers. Why don't you just bring them to me? Yeah? Wouldn't that be great? You actually put a face to who's giving you the flowers, and you don't really have to have a note. I don't know. I thought that made better sense. So don't secretly send me flowers. Bring them to me. I'll probably be freaked out, but at least I can give you a great answer and not be embarrassed by my employees or my former coworkers and say, oh, you got anonymous flowers, and ooh, we gotta go and call security and figure this all out. Yeah, if you're gonna send it to my work, they have every business investigating that shit. Yeah, they do. So, on a good note, I'm getting over this flu, and I don't know what else I'm gonna be up to, but definitely gonna be throwing these flowers out because they are dead. Dead. But for now, enjoy the flowers. Okay. Really done. Peace out, guys.